Economic inequality, lack of diversity, barriers to entry, gentrification, at-risk youth, disadvantaged areas. These are terms that haunt the minority communities inside of this great nation. One of the communities that has the fastest growing populace of unhappy and economically challenged persons is that of the San Francisco Bay Area. When the discomfort of a populace such as that of the Bay Area reaches its tipping point, tensions rise. And when they rise, it creates problems for those not only in those communities, but it starts to spread and affect the more affluent neighborhoods, thereby reducing the quality of life for them, reducing safety and access for some, and affecting the future for all. The Bay Area has reached its tipping point and is now loaded heavy and leaning with an angry minority population. This anger has already started to raise its head in the form of attacks on transportation vessels for companies such as Google and other Silicon Valley giants. Crime rates are increasing, and this will only get worse unless we put an effective solution in practice. That means not paying lip service to a plan that never sees the light of day, but putting in motion viable solutions that have measurable outcomes and individuals associated with the program that can be held accountable for the execution of such efforts. The times have changed, and so must the solutions of today. In the past, many solutions that were put on the table came from local community leaders who were willing to sell out their own people that they represented for a few dollars and a travel budget. For the first time, we are bringing solutions from individuals who have run successful companies and wish to implement programs that are effective and sustainable. There are two ways a place like Silicon Valley can continue to grow and thrive. One is the South Africa model, and that is through gentrification, imprisonment of the minorities, take education opportunities away, remove affordable housing, and put more fluoride in water. Or there's option number two, the common sense model, and that includes education and training programs, job programs, just banking practices, and community reinvestment initiatives. You see, no man or woman truly wants to be an unproductive member of society. When provided the means to pull themselves up out of the dark hole that many see themselves in, they do just that. We live in an age where whites no longer own blacks, Japanese, or Native Americans in this country. But the transfer of wealth, the access to capital, the acceptance into institutions of higher education still have relatively similar ratios as the days of old. If we truly want to think of ourselves as a progressive, intellectual, and socially advanced society, we have a lot of work to do. And it begins with the San Francisco Bay Area. San Francisco has always led the rest of the country, and this is the innovation hub of the rest of the world. The smarter we make every man, woman, and child in this brain trust, the greater we make our economic engine for the entire country. Our solution starts with the companies. We take a corporation such as Google, and we implement a diversity program with them. They also gather their top 10 vendors, and they bring them into the program. This is what we call the Power of 10 program. This begins a domino effect that moves radically across the entire country. Within 5 years, we can start seeing these communities turn around and have sustainable effort in place that keeps these communities thriving. A true rising tide lifts all ships. So what is the problem? Well, that is simple. It's money. When everybody has it and they can take care of their basic human needs, everyone is happy and the communities thrive. When we don't, for whatever reason, chaos, crime, and contempt come knocking. Now, where is the problem? The core of the problem lies in areas of the country that have switched industry focus without the residents keeping up with the pace of change for those new industries. For example, an area has had a blue-collar focus for years in the naval shipyard business. Let's talk about Hunters Point, San Francisco. And then all of a sudden that entire region switches over to software engineering and becomes Silicon Valley. That shipyard no longer exists. That means those jobs no longer exist, and those people have been left behind. And that means a huge disparity is created inside that community. Who is the problem? Well, the originators of this problem died hundreds of years ago. We often turn a blind eye to the root of economic disparity in the minority community. And those practices are unfair banking practices, unfair home lending practices, unfair hiring practices, unfair compensation practices, discrimination, education, disproportionate imprisonment, slavery, systematic dismantling of the family structure. These practices have done more than enough to this group of people to put them in a situation where they have been playing catch-up for the last 300 years. How do we fix this problem? We fix this problem through the rehabilitation of these communities. That means education, jobs, financial literacy, and just banking and mortgage lending practices. Now let's dive into education. The Power of 10 initiative will create training centers that give skill sets to the community residents that are specific to their region. For example, Amazon is launching a new package delivery service by drone, which is taking the place of companies like FedEx, and it's also replacing that driver. That means Amazon will have to hire and train a high number of new operators. The city of San Francisco has a shortage of cooks due to the increase in tourism. We need to be training all these new chefs as soon as possible. Now let's look at jobs. Corporations benefit from hiring employees that are hungry and that were trained to their exacting standards because they give the direct input on the structure of this innovative training. They are also able to select from a local pool of candidates. Let's touch on financial literacy. A portion of the program would include making sure that each participant prior to exiting the program understands the personal and household finance principles. Now moving on to banking and mortgages. We will work closely with banks under a mandate that they perform more responsibly with these communities than the predatory lending practices of the past. The Power of 10 program is the flagship initiative of the Community Bridge program. These are some of the key responsibilities of this program. Corporations will certify through our diversity program. We'll maintain their compliance record and report it back to other organizations. We act as a liaison for corporate sponsorship and new centers to be built by specific region. We assist these corporations with program development specific to their region. We provide measurable metrics for determination of program success. We also keep up with the changing times in these specific regions by industry. And lastly, we help the companies manage the required community service element for each participant in the program. Companies are in the business of making money. They're not social workers for the community, nor should they be. But organizations like ours allow them to shine inside the community because we solve the problems that they don't have time to think about. Thank you.